Hey folks, I guess yeah, I'm visible. Booleans. This I've already completed this, two steps in Python. I'm doing this Kaggle, Python course. I know a basic Python. I'll be able to, write the function. Basic conditions, loops. Okay, let me go through it from top. Booleans. Uh, Python has a type of variable called bool. It has two positive values, true and false. Okay, we have to variable x we have assigned as true, print to. Okay, type it'll yeah, it'll print as a bool. Rather than putting true or false directly in our code, we usually get a boolean value from boolean operators. These are operators that answers yes or this answers yes no questions. We'll go through some of these operators below. Okay, here we have assigned the variable. We use only single equation to assign it. So in order to check if a is equal to b, we use a double equal marks. So a is equal to b, a is not equal to b. So this is not equal, a not equal to b. Okay, b is greater than a is lesser than b. Okay, a is greater than b. This is how we use the boolean. So here we have a function. We have defined the function called can run for president age. Okay, return age greater than is equal to 35 years. Okay, print. Can a 19-year-old run for president? The question mark. Okay, can run for president 19. Okay, can a 19-year-old run for president? False. Can a 19-year-old run for president? True. 45 years old run for president? True. Okay. I understood why it is returning as like true or false. Okay, it is just checking the condition that okay, we have given the age here. It is just checking the condition saying that age is greater than you know uh, 35 or not, and returning true or false. Got it. Comparison quickly. Okay, this integer float. Yeah, this is true and this is false because this 3 is a string and this is an integer. Okay, comparison comparison operators can be combined with the arithmetic operators. We have already seen to express a virtually limitless range of mathematical tests. For example, we can check if the number is odd by checking the module is 2 returns 1. I don't get this sentence. Comparison operator can be combined with an arithmetic operators. Got it? You've already seen to express a virtually limit range of mathematical tests. For example, we can check if the number is odd by checking if the models with 2 returns. Yeah, if it's written 1, if it's returns 1, it's an odd, or else it's a 2. is odd n. Okay, yeah. Okay, 100 divided by 2, it leaves with 50. Reminder with nothing, 0. So here if minus 1, yeah. Remember to use, see, I mentioned earlier, remember to use double equal sign instead of single equal when you are making comparison. If you write n is equal to 2, you are asking the the value of n. When you write, you are changing the value of n. Okay. Combining Boolean operators. You can combine Boolean values using a standard concept of and, or, and not. I remember this, I had this concept in my 11th or 12th of computer science. In fact, the words to the words to do this are and, or, and not. With this, we can make our can run for president function more accurate. Okay, we are defining can run for president. Okay, we have an age is natural born citizen. Uh, can someone of this given age and citizenship status run for the president in the US? Written. Is born citizen and age greater than is equal to print. I don't know why they have given true, false, and true. Is born citizen. Okay, they have not given. I was expecting a nationality here. Okay, and then we loop them with this conditions to see if he is belonging to particular nation, and then we can return. They have just assigned this Boolean values, saying that is natural born citizen. This is they have mentioned like true, false, true, saying that this is a true. This person is qualifying both the age as well as the citizenship. So this is the AND operator we can use to check one or more conditions. Quick, can you guess the value? Guess the value of this expression. True or true and false. Okay. The condition first should be a true, or the condition second should be true. Either of the condition, at least one should be true, and with that we need to make sure that the third condition is false. No. Can you guess the value of this expression? What does this mean? Value of this expression. What do you mean by value of expression? Value of this expression. I thought these are the conditions, but I don't know the reason why it is true. Click the output button to see the answer. If on is true. To answer this question, you need to figure out the order of operators. For example, and is evaluated before or. Okay, that's why the first expression above is true. If we evaluate it from left to right, we would have calculated true or true first, which is true, and then and and the result with false, giving a final value of false. You could try to memorize the order of precedence, but safer bet is just to use the liberal parenthesis. Not only does this help to prevent bugs, it helps you intentions clear to anyone who reads your code. For example, consider the following expression: prepare for weather. Prepared for weather is equal to have umbrella or rain level is less than 5, and have hood or not rain level and is working day. I'm trying to say that I'm safe from today's weather. If I have an umbrella or if the rain isn't too heavy and I have wood, otherwise I'm still fine unless it's raining and it's a work day. But not only my Python code hard to read, it has bugs. We need to address both problem by adding some parenthesis. Okay, let me go and Google Colab. If I add parenthesis here, so I should get the value as false. Okay. What the compiler is doing is it is checking for this first, that is true, false, true and false, false. And then false or true, it's true. Okay, got it. Now my ab umbrella or you can add even more parentheses if you think it helps readability. Split it over line to emphasize the third part structure described above. Prepared for weather is equal to have umbrella or rain check level is below 5 and have hood. or not rank check level is greater than 0 and is workday. I'll go and I'll just generate it. App umbrella is not defined. App umbrella. Okay, it is telling name app umbrella is not defined. Booleans are useful when conditions we have not defined anything. This is an empty. I think this is just a great example to understand how this all works. Conditions and Boolean. Okay, conditions. Booleans are most useful when combined with condition statement using the functions if, else, elif and else. Condition statements often referred to as if then statements let you control what piece of code are run based on the value of some boolean conditions. Here's an example. Okay, define inspect function and we have passed parameter x if x is equal to what do we call this, parameters or arguments? Here we call arguments. Okay, we call both parameters and argument can be used for the same thing, information that are passed into the function. Number of arguments. Let's call this argument. The default parameters. Okay. We passed the argument x. If x is equal to 0, print x is 0. Greater than 6, x is positive, and if elif we are using if we need to check multiple conditions, negative, else if none of this conditions are true, we have to print x is unlike anything I have seen before. Is unlike anything I have seen before. Okay. Inspect, we are calling the inspect function and passing the argument 0 and minus 15. So 0 is 0, 15 is negative. We are printing here. If we adjust, okay, written what was the function name? Inspect. If x is equal to 0, right? let's call the function inspect and pass 67 as a value. It will not print anything. Okay, maybe you meant double instead of one. Okay, sorry, I was just assigning the operator. I forgot that. Okay, 67 is positive. Why it is printing the output? Okay, I guess Google Colab is using its brain. Python compiler online. Okay, let me try here. Okay, it will not return anything because we are not printing the value. So if I go back here and print, it has to print. Got it. Collab, you're more advanced than what I think. Okay. The if and else keywords are often used in other language. Its more unique keyword is elif. A contraction of else if. In this condition clause, elif and else blocks are optional. Additionally, you can include as many elif statement as you like. Note especially okay. Note note especially the use of colons and white space to denote a separate blocks of code. This is similar to what happens when we define a function. A function header ends with colon and the following line is indented with 4 spaces. All subsequent indented lines belongs to a body of the function until we encountered an undefined line ending the function definition. Okay, function if x was the argument, x if x if x is greater than 0, print only printed when x is positive, also only printed when x is also only printed when x is positive. So if x is greater than 0, it will print these 2 lines. Okay, and then it will come out of the loop always it will print this line. Okay, now we called the function 2 times, one with 0 and f1. Okay, 1 is greater than 0, so it will print this line when x is positive, x is equal to x. Okay, so they have put this inside the intended indentation or the double inverted commas, so it is not recognizing this x. The reason why it is replacing this value is we have called this x, okay, and it'll one also only printed when x is positive, also printed regardless of x value, okay. It will not even go inside this two line because 0 is not greater than 0 is equal to, so it will just print this functions line. Boolean conversion, we have seen int which turns things into ints and floats which turns things into floats, so you might not be surprised to hear that Python has a bool function which turns things into bools. Print bool, all numbers are treated as 2x, okay, except 0. Print bool 0. Okay, I didn't know that. Then I accept 0, all numbers are treated as true except empty string all strings are. We can use non-Boolean function in if conditions and other places where a Boolean would be expected. We can use non-Boolean objects in if conditions and other functions and other places. We can use non-Boolean functions if conditions and that corresponding Boolean value. If 0, print 0, elif spam, print spam. You probably don't realize how much you learned so far. Okay. I need to understand this code. Okay, let's break down the given code. If 0, in Python 0 is considered false in a Boolean context. Yes, 1 is true and 0 is false. Since 0 is false, the print statement inside if string will not get executed. Okay, so elif, the reason why elif is getting executed here is it is true because we have seen before that apart from empty string, no other string will run. So if I sorry, I'll print false. Not print anything. Okay, we are in exercise section, Booleans and conditions. How many questions I have? I have close to, yeah, 6-7 questions. Let's go from, I have to import this library, otherwise it will not give me the answers if I want to check my answers are correct or not. Now from this library learn.tools import binder globals. Okay, setup is complete. Many programming languages have sign available as a built-in function. Python doesn't, but we can define our own. In the cell below, define a function called sign, which takes a numerical argument and return if it's negative. If it's positive, which takes a numerical argument and returns -1 if it's negative, 1 if it's positive, and 0 if it's okay. Let me define the function. Sign, and it takes the argument. Okay, if x is greater than or is equal to 1, print positive, and if x is print negative, x is equal to 0, print okay, it's 0. So I guess x is greater than 0. Should I just run? Okay, it is asking me to use the return statement. Expected expected return value of -1 given x is equal to -1. We got one instant. Okay, I understand the x because whenever we are passing the argument to -1, I know. Okay, I should have not converted that to string. Okay, let me check the solutions. Okay, else return 0. So I've added one more conditions to check if the x is equal to 0. This is unnecessary because we are checking all the number, so the left out the number in number system, it will be 0. This is a good. I can remove this parenthesis also. Okay, this is good. We have decided to add logging to our toSmatch function from the previous exercise. Define toSmash total candidates, return the number of leftover candidates that must be smashed after distributing the given number of candidates evenly, the given number of candidates evenly distributed between this 3 friends to smash 91. Okay, print splitting total candies, splitting the 91 candies, return Okay, what will happen if I have to make this an habit? You're passing the total, no, written. Okay. Total candies, right? We have passed the argument total candies. So now return total candies, yes, divided by 3, because we have 3 person war. So now if I call to smash, and then if I, okay, we have 1 candies, we can smash it. The idea behind this is we have 3 friends who are, who decided to, pull the candies they got and then, smash the, pull the candies they got and the divide among them equally. And if there is any left over, they've decided to, smash the candy. So we have 4 candies here. That means each one of them get one candy. So the other one is an excess, so that they're gonna, smash this. So what if this is 1? Okay, they got ones, they're gonna smash it. So if they got 2, they're gonna smash 2. If they got 3 candies, they're gonna smash 0 candies. Okay, got it. What happens if we call the total candies is equal to 1? So they're gonna smash it. Modify the definition in the cells below to correct the grammar of our print statement. If there's only 1 candy, we should use the singular candy instead of candies. If splitting, okay, I don't want to. Splitting total candies. I don't do much. I'm just thinking, how do we do that? Like, we have it a print statement saying that splitting is a string and the total candies, it is, taking it from here. Let me add one more print statement. Print candy, right? If I'm not sure this logic will work, because this is not a variable, this is an argument. I don't know how to put an argument and a logic around an argument. Sorry. Yes, again I make this mistake saying that. Okay. If there's one candy, we should use a singular candy instead of plural candies. So splitting 91 candies, splitting one candy. So let me go and see the solutions. If the code total candies, okay, print else. Okay. So I can add an argument around, I can add a conditions around arguments like I had. Got it. So it was unnecessary because while printing this statement, this compiler will go and look into, check. It'll go to function and check what is the candy where. So we generally we know we are only, so instead of adding any logic here saying that want to go and see what is the arguments it has given here, it is better to print saying, if you see we get the same result. So this will be as faster compared to my code. Using the condition splitting total candy if total candies is equal to 1. In the tutorial we talked about deciding whether we are prepared for the weather. I said that I'm safe from today weather if we talked about deciding whether we are prepared for weather. I said I'm safe from today's weather if I have an umbrella, or if the rain isn't too heavy, I have a I have a wood, sorry. Otherwise I'm still fine unless it's raining and it's a work day. The function below uses our first attempt to turning this logic into the Python expression. I claimed that there was a bug in the code. Can you find it? To prove that prepared for weather is buggy, come up with a set of inputs whether I input either the function return false, but I'll come back to this again. Let me stop the session.